So where are we?
Well, we are as far as we could go in the tunnel. As you could see, it's basically water. So that's where I guess the railroad ties end. So you can't go any further unless you had boots, but I imagine it's pretty muddy to get stuck in. So I think we're past the water runoff of the canal. Yeah. Basically it shows you the end of the, we're actually at the other end of the wooden things you see in there, the trusses. So I think the reason why they put them in there is because it's underneath where the water runoff is. So basically, just to support it, because it's a lot of weight. So yeah. Actually goes pretty far down that way. Yeah.
Last time that we were at paranormal.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. That looks like to be an old bolt holding together the ties.
How the hell it got outside of the board and then up and over?
Well, could happen. When they push together,
yeah,
you know. Yeah. Old McDonald's cup. So people have obviously, I guess you could say, been brave enough to come down here where we are. Really, it's as far as you could go again because of the water. One day we'll come back, I guess, for like round 2 documentary of this place, and we'll have boots. And we'll try to go further in the water to show you where it ends.
And a huge bright light.
Oh, yeah, and a huge bright light. But anyway. That concludes going as far as we can in the tunnel, so we'll start heading back. So again, your typical tunnel, railroad tunnel. And there you go. So let's start heading back, and we actually have to turn off the camera when we get underneath the water where it's dripping, because obviously it's dripping pretty good. So, well, just so you know. Huh?
Do you want to do experiments while we're here?
Sure. I guess we could do the match thing, just to see. So we got the same matches for you folks that we used last night, the heavy duty ones.
Some worse for wear.
Yeah. So again, they're the good matches, I guess used to light barbecues. When you don't have a barbecue lighter.
I don't seem to remember a match phenomenon system.
No.
Fucking camping here.
Yeah. Okay, let me try this. Get out another match, just throw that one. And they're oh, I thought it said aluminum. Okay. Wow. So as you see, we got a match.
Nice healthy flame and a crossflame.
Yep. So that shows you that a match could at least be lit in here, which typically should happen anyway. So yeah. There you have it. That's a match. Alright, so we'll start heading back. So far nothing. We haven't come across anything. Again, keeping in mind that this is the Blue Ghost Tunnel. We're pretty far, as far as we could go in the tunnel without getting really wet and soakers. But yeah, so we'll start heading back. Wait, folks, what you're actually witnessing is somebody who took the time to climb up here, which I think is kind of dangerous, but anyway. They put wind chimes up there, which is a neat idea.
I've been up there before, actually.
So, any of you people coming here, don't be fooled if you hear any chimey noises, because there's wind chimes.
Even though there's no wind.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's all blow at it really hard. See if we can get them to sound.
you go. Alright. So again, we're backtracking, we're about halfway back. Just at the start of the wooden trusses. And still nothing, because if you guys can remember, if you've watched that episode on the OLN, when the girl's walking in the tunnel, I guess she got to somewhere near the start of these wooden trusses, and that's when she saw the blue ghost. So again, nothing so far, and who really knows, maybe it's certain times of day, certain days, certain weeks, months, whatever, years. We never can really tell or know the real truth, but for the most part, at least we try. Alright, so let's continue. Caution,
I feel like a significant atmospheric change here.
Yeah.
At this point in particular.
Well, again, the tunnel, even though it's hard to tell, it does gradually go downward, even though the railroad ties seem like they go upward when you walk down it. But the tunnel kind of curves around, obviously, and naturally goes down.
That's interesting. When you cough right where you are, the first echo coming from there, it almost sounds as clearly as somebody saying it from that point. Now a little bit further back. Yeah, right here. It sounds like it's coming from over there.
Chuck's going for a walk a little further away from us. Again, we're under the wooden trusses. He wants to conduct his own experiment with sound. He's basically, he's hearing that thud that we were mentioning earlier.
Not sure what that was.
And I think it's just water, but really, I don't know. Yeah. Well, you won't be able to. What is it?
There's a branch near the wall.
Yeah.
It's laying right between the branch and the wall.
Ah.
It's between the river.
Well, that makes sense. I can hear it from here. Huh? I can hear it from here. Yeah. Oh yeah, the thudding, yeah. Huh? Jump. I'm not jumping, I'll hit my head. Okay, so of course we can't understand what he's saying because he's too far away. But he's coming back, so. And Adam being the drummer that he is, he's good at keeping that steady beat.
You know, again, that frequency keeps on.
Yeah.
That's the thing, it's like a big, like somebody taking like a sledgehammer to the ground, that kind of a volume, but it sounded like a heavy boot.
Yeah.
And it was starting definitely from like down the top.
Yeah.
And coming this way.
Okay. So for all you folks out there, we're gonna start heading back for sure this time. We're having fun in this tunnel, I guess. Alright, trying to get adjusted to the light.
which is difficult.
Is it?
It burns.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, so we're outside the tunnel again after going in as far as we could go.
That's better.
That's a lot better. Yeah, so conclusion time, just like we did at the Screaming Tunnel, or so-called Screaming Tunnel. Yeah,
This place definitely has
it's got more of a...
far more pronounced vibe about it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would say,
Still makes me very uncomfortable.
yeah, I would say that personally, if you want to talk about feelings and vibes, I feel more uncomfortable out here at the front of the tunnel than I was in the tunnel, which I guess would be weird, because most people are afraid when they go in it. But, oh, and you're the opposite.
My opinion is, looking at the front of the tunnel, it's negative vibe. It's like you're looking at a fire and you instantly don't want to go into it. But when you go into the beginning of the tunnel, I find there's basically nothing. Right?
Yeah.
But when you get past a certain point, like either just before or just after the crossbeams start, it becomes very uncomfortable. And I find just after the water stops, it becomes again very uncomfortable. But to me, it's as if there's fire on both sides of me, and the fire heading towards the front of the tunnel is advancing towards me, whereas the behind me, again, it's as if I were to go deeper, which I can't because of the water, and I'm not really up to getting soaked, it would be negative as well. But yeah, this place
And
definitely
see, for me,
rubs me the wrong
where
way.
the water at the end of the, well, I call it the end, but at the end of the truss is where you can't really go further unless you have rubber boots. That's where it feels like a relief to me. Kind of like if you were a soul and you were trapped, that's your safe area, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's what I felt and what I think, I guess, so.
Anyway, no particular phenomena encountered in this experience, but
Yeah. But it's up to you guys. Again, people come far and wide, I guess, to visit this place. They hear about it. Just heard something.
bullfrog exploding in the back.
No, but in the tunnel.
No, yeah.
Like, what?
Here, see you late?
Like a cricket getting raped.
Not really.
That's what it sounded like. It made me turn quite quick. And again, I'm not just playing this off. I literally heard something. Honestly. So we're going to the face of the tunnel again. So looking into the tunnel.
See what happens when you keep the camera on and you turn the lights off. You hear that?
Hear that? Yeah. We just heard a thump.
Hear that? No, listen. It's like footsteps.
Let me do it down here.
See, this is exactly the same shit that was happening before. But... Okay, kill the light.
You hear that?
Yeah. You know, we did that foot stomping test. There's no way that we could stomp that loud. Remember? It sounded different. Don't hear it anymore.
Alright.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, that was interesting.
interesting
Flashlight?
noises as many people experience, I guess. For all you people out there, primarily probably YouTubers. If you want, come here. It's easy enough to get to from wherever you're coming from. Blue Ghost Tunnel. Again, just like I said in the last video, as everybody says, leave your comments in the comment section below. That's about it. Feel free to contact us if you need any help, like with directions or any questions or anything like that. It's actually a very simple place to get to, but I could see how people have a hard time finding it. There's actually two or three ways to get down into this place, to the tunnel. I don't know. You have anything to say?
Still don't like the fucking places.
Yeah. Again, this one feels a lot different than that Screaming Tunnel did. Again, the other tunnel we documented. That tunnel to me was no big deal. This one definitely... Really, you guys have to come here and find out for yourself. See what you feel like, what you think of it, and that's it. So that's all I have to say.
Peace.
What was that?
Peace. You know, it's
Happy.